Guys are giving this game to. Tweet hashtag C9win or hashtag TIPwin to @LOL Esports. Right back in the other direction. Goes through on the red buff side as well, so he doesn't get hit by the tri-brush. Teleport coming in from balls here. On to Impact. He goes down 4 in the top lane for Cloud9. First, playing it very safe as well, not over diving in their attempts with all this knowledge that they have. And once again, rinse and repeat towards the top lane. A good hook onto Adrian. No 6 there, so no Janna disengage. And just a 6 for Impact. He may use that ultimate that's actually already gone down right behind Cloud9. They're going to nicely take down Impact. No! That's stun up beautifully by Rush. A double kill, however, coming in for Sneaky. They do finish it off as he dives through.
A little bit slow to these things, and now they're just straight up starting the Dragon. Cloud9 does not have a Azir, so they are not contesting. Siveralt coming down, they're trying to force.
They should get Lemonation on this one. The rest of the team kind of going to think I can help him, but they should not have thought that. Meteos could also go down. The teleport from Balls a little far away, and they are just walking on the red carpet. Equalizer coming in from Impact. On to Impact now. A great hit into the fight. That's going to be Sneaky coming up with a few kills for himself. Balls as well.
From Cloud9 to get it early.
Uh-oh. An explosion onto Sneaky. Can they even rebuttal this? I don't think so. Or an error there for Impulse.
Yeah, Xiao pushing the split push a little bit too far. And the team pays the price by giving up this Dragon. He was somehow... Now they have a level 13 LeBlanc, but still not a rank 2 ultimate on Rumble. That would be nice right there.
Impact throws it down. Rush is right in the front of this one. Can they even get anything on it? You saw Apollo used a Sivir ultimate to get everybody out. Says still...
Stronger team fight right now, especially if Incarnation can position properly on his ear. Here comes Tip though, big dragon fight.
Xiao in for a little bit of vision. 2-man ultimate. Sneaky's actually on the front there. Now he's forcing the Dragon Pit, and Dragon's attacking him. A good hit from Apollo takes him down. Now on to Incarnation. Apollo is just chucking the boomerangs. He gets a double kill on the priority targets of the fight. And now it's Xiao who's still alive, and he's going to be hitting up more teammates.
With a giant Sejuani ultimate, starts that fight off in a big way, and there was no way Cloud9 was winning that fight afterwards. There was no zone set up by Incarnation's Azir to stop Rush from walking in, which is in a team fight, because the front line wasn't being aligned. They were just being dudes spread across the map.
Yeah, tested number 3 with Baron in 20 seconds.
Yeah, we're going to end up seeing maybe a bit of a trade here. Cloud's Janna with Talisman is making it so Cloud9 cannot out-rotate pretty much anywhere. Xiao is still down there. This is bad. This is desperation from Cloud9. There's probably enough time for the LeBlanc to come up here as well. Basically, Cloud9 has to run immediately.
This is going to be really tough. Rush still has that ultimate available. Doesn't want to throw it right into somebody's face. Could hit the full team here. A nice hit back by the Emperor's Divide. Impact and Rush in a bad spot here. Incarnation takes a few shots coming in from Apollo, and he goes down immediately as Cloud9 starts to get wiped out in this fight. Everything was focused on Rush, and he made that happen by putting himself in the front of the fight. A good hit by Xiao for the triple kill. Apollo for one more, but it's going to be taken over by Adrian as they get the ace on Cloud9 at the Baron Pit.
Yeah, there's already an exposed inhibitor in the bottom lane, but Impulse doesn't have time to go down there right now, so they'll take the Baron. That was a very disappointing end to a series of outplays by Team Impulse, where basically Cloud9 throws their hands up in the air, says, no way we can deal with LeBlanc. YOLO Baron. But that doesn't work in the LCS.
Definitely turning the game around after 30 minutes. The stats do not lie. They once again go high kills over low deaths in their fights. And once again, Cloud9 is going to go for broke in front of the base. That's going to be Impact going down. He got the equalizer out, but it's only in between the champions. Now, Sneaky, one last hit. The distortion back actually takes Balls into a bad spot. And Xiao brings him in for the next treat. They're going to go on to the inhibitor. These plays are just not in favor of Cloud9 as much as they're trying.
Yeah, it's going to be game. It takes 36 minutes. Once Impulse got the lead, they hammered it home. Much better performance from Xiao.
66,000 to 53. A very good 8-0-5 LeBlanc from Xiao as Team Impulse take down Cloud9.
This moves Impulse to 2-2, which at the start of the year isn't even that impressive.
Yeah.
The worst trend, though, is Cloud9, even after beating TSM with the first game of the split, now sits at 1-3. So Impulse back on the road, it seems. Xiao got his assassin play was able to farm and carry top CS in the game, 380, top kills in the game, 8, without a death. Pretty awesome game from him. He created the opportunity for Impulse when they were behind, 2 split push, and that just started everything because that allowed them to outpace Cloud9, who couldn't keep up with a split force of shot calling.
Impulse taking it in, the fans loving the victory here, and I'm sure they are going to be able to breathe a sigh of relief knowing that they're able to take down Cloud9 at this point. Another mark in the win column for them, and for Cloud9, they have to think of, you know, what to do next. They're kind of always undermined now towards the middle part of the game. We saw it as well before, or we said as well before, the TSM game was kind of a squeaker in that sense. They're always looking for teams' errors.
There's a lot of growing to do for this new Cloud9 squad with Incarnation instead of High. And to speak from some personal experience as a shot caller, when I played League with Dignitas, I was a shot caller. When I played previous games in Guild Wars, it was an 8-man team, and we had a double shot calling system. Shot calling is this really complex thing. It's not as simple as just having one person knowing where things could go and being able to tell everyone on the map where to go. There's too many decisions in League of Legends for that to happen. And it's you need time to get everyone on the same page and know what the shot call is going to be. And also, even if Meteos was doing a lot of shot calling on the previous team, transferring over to someone who is vocal to someone who is quiet creates a big gap in communication, because a lot of times you can have a primary shot caller, which sometimes was designated as Meteos, but to have another voice of authority like High, who in certain situations could overrule Meteos or who could bounce ideas off about how to win the game. If you have someone else in there, and I'm not saying Incarnation can't do this, it's just it's not displaying on the Rift that's happening. Unless you have someone like that with a high level of trust, especially in split push situations where you need to have a lot of back and forth communication, without having time for that to set in or trust for that to set in, or people that are vocal enough for that to happen, you're going to run into some big issues. And that's what's starting to look like is happening with Cloud9.
Absolutely. From my personal experience in that sense, real quick, second guessing is the thing that tears that apart as well. And that's one that stems right from that, second guessing your calls. To see what the pros have to say on that match, let's send it down to Kobe, who's with Team Impulse's support.
Thanks, Riv. That's right. I am here with Adrian after their victory. Congratulations. Now, a lot of people always talk about chaos.